So I'm recording this after the later part where I do the commentary. Because I did the commentary and then I felt kind of bad about it. And I went and I looked it up, and at great personal risk and great financial price, I was able to find actual evidence of the KGB time traveling to the present day so that they can influence the US election and get Donald Trump elected. So I'm going to play that footage. It's not going to make a lot of sense now, but just watch the footage. This is real footage. This is not a joke. And then we'll get to my attempt to break this stuff down. And I feel kind of bad about what I said to James Carvell in this because I kind of ridiculed him. But now that I've done the research, I'm pretty sure that he's right.
We must hurry. Sir, I beg you, please.
What is this? Some sort of escape route?
No, sir. 12 months ago, I was put in charge of a top-secret project.
Whatever it is too late.
With respect, General, you are wrong. Please. For you see, sir, time is on our side.
No. It isn't ready. It hasn't been tested. We don't even know if it works.
If what works?
My time machine.
You cannot be serious.
Come, Comrade General. A new world order awaits.
Hello everybody, Argent here. So since I did the first one of these when I was making fun of that Filipino or whatever she was, minister talking about incubators and accelerators, a friend of mine has been begging me, he's like, Archie, you gotta do another one of the ones where you make fun of someone, someone like is having an interview or a speech and you just mock them. So I saw this in my YouTube feed earlier today and I was like, this is perfect. So let's start. This is James Carvell, the guy who's like 100 years old, who shows up every election, and he's like the good old boy Southern Democrat. Let's go.
Right now is Democratic strategist James Carvell. He is a supporter of Hillary Clinton. Sir, it's good to have you with me. And
what the fuck is he wearing? Is that a sweater? Is that a t-shirt? That's like the worst fucking... Look how bad that green screen is. Oh my God.
I want to play back for everybody who may have just missed it what Hillary Clinton was saying on the stump about the very issue that seems to be grabbing all the headlines, this new batch of emails with Director Comey.
Why in the world the FBI would decide to jump into an election with no evidence of any wrongdoing with just days to go? That's a good question.
Isn't that the point of an investigation, to figure out if there is wrongdoing? It's like, okay, we found these shady emails on Anthony Weiner's computer, and they're obviously from Huma Abedin, and Huma Abedin had said that she had surrendered all her devices, yet they find out that there's all this other shit that they didn't even know about. So they reopen the investigation. Yes, that's how it works.
Question. And first of all, for those of you who are concerned about
why does she wear mouse suits?
Email, I understand, and as I've said, I'm not making excuses. I've said
you
it was a
are.
mistake and I regret it, and now they apparently want to look at emails of one of my staffers, and by all means, they should look at them. And I am sure they will reach the same conclusion they did when they looked at my email.
Wait a minute, she just said that they're opening up an investigation without any evidence of wrongdoing, But then she said and they shouldn't be investigating. Now she's saying that they should be investigating.
For the last year, there is no case here.
So, James, we wait for the FBI to give clearance on what Hillary Clinton is saying there. And Democrats, they've criticized Director Comey. But if he had sat on information until after this election and there was something there was really there, wouldn't he be accused of a cover-up?
But first of all, let's start again. He was acting in concert and coordination with the House Republicans. End of story. He gave the letter to him. They gave it to Fox News. Also, we have the extraordinary case of the KGB being involved in this race. And so,
whoa, the KGB being involved in this race. You know those KGB, they're all over the place. I went down the street. I tried. Confession. I tried to join the KGB. I tried to join them back in the day. Let's just take a look at this evil organization that Carvell talks about. I mean, look at that. You got a sword. You got the red star. Kind of looks like something from Red Alert 2. I mean, that's pretty badass. So it was established in 1954, and it was dissolved. Wait a minute. It was dissolved in 1991. Maybe he means another KGB. One second. Let me just try typing this in. Okay, so we got KGB. We got KGB, Soviet Union. We got Carvell talking about the KGB. I don't know what he's talking about. So apparently, you guys know the plot line of Red Alert. Einstein goes back in time and kills Hitler, and that changes history. So then the Soviet Union comes to power. And then in Red Alert 3, the Soviet Union goes back in time and changes the past, so they come out on top and they win the Second War. So I think what James Carvell is getting at here is the KGB had secret Soviet projects that let them time travel to the year 2016 and affect the federal election, the presidential election. Because the KGB hasn't existed for as long as I've been alive, actually. Just about. I mean, like I said, I tried to join the KGB. I was like 1 at the time. It was pretty fun. But let's hear him talk about this time-traveling organization.
collectively leaking things from the Clinton campaign that they hacked. So the American democracy is really under attack here. And the question is, how are we, and particularly how are Democrats going to respond to this? I mean, we have to understand, this is really, really quite extraordinary. And it would seem to me...
Well, it is extraordinary because you have an organization time-traveling 25 years into the future. I mean, that should be the real story here. The real story here shouldn't be about some stupid emails. The real story here should be that the Soviet Union discovered time travel.
That the FBI shouldn't be getting rolled by the House Republicans. And that's what happened here. There's nothing else that's going on. And at the meantime, we do know that our democracy is under assault by the KGB. I mean, to me, that...
By the KGB is assaulting American democracy. I remember American democracy was walking down the street, and the KGB, they jumped out of their time portal, and then they punched the democracy, and then they jumped back into the time portal. I saw it.
That's something we ought to be talking about. That's a very pertinent, relevant issue in this campaign, and people have to decide, do we want...
Yep, the KGB is extremely relevant to a 2016 American election. An organization that's been defunct since around the time I was born is really, really important.
Our country for ourselves, are the people in charge, or are we going to let the KGB and the House Republicans decide this election?
Wait. So the anti-communist party... Okay, so let's just break this down for a second. So the Republicans are fascists because of Joseph McCarthy, but they're also in league with the KGB. So they're like radically anti-communist, but they're also like pro-KGB. Okay, makes sense to me.
Huma, you are
know what,
correct
I
that
hope
most
they do.
American intelligence agencies do feel that the hacking that has been of WikiLeaks of John Podesta's email was provided through Russian agencies. But when we take away what's going on with WikiLeaks, James, and just focus specifically on the FBI, James Comey was praised in July by everyone for not moving forward with a recommendation to Loretta Lynch. So why now is it different for Comey when they find something that could be pertinent?
You know what John Maynard Keynes said? When the facts change, I change my mind. What do you do?
Wait a minute. Okay. So let's just say, so the facts change, so you change my mind. Well, what the fuck does he think happened? They found new facts. They found the fucking emails. He should change his mind. Comey changed his mind because the facts on the ground changed. Now, I think he was threatened, and that was the reason they didn't prosecute in the first place, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, somehow or another, that this is all. Well, you said something nice in July, so you can't say, in spite of Justice Department policy, in spite of former people in the Bush administration, in spite of...
Okay, let's just go on this. Because what we say in July doesn't matter. You can't bring it up. Well, there's something that exists called, what is it again? Character. And you can kind of tell a man's character by stuff they've done in the past. So if he has a reputation over time for being a man who puts law enforcement before politics, then I think we can pretty safely say that is relevant. That is relevant.
Ethics people all over saying this is unprecedented. Why are you defending this? Why are you sitting here when our democracy is under assault, when the FBI is acting at the behest of Jason Chaffetz and sitting here acting like this is something legit? It's not. It's an effort to affect this election. So and Democrats and people across this country have to know this.
So, James, in July, when Comey did the unprecedented act of holding a press conference to reveal that he wasn't going to have charges recommended to Loretta Lynch, no one then on the left was up in arms over what James Comey had just done. Isn't this a double standard?
That's not correct. No, it's not a double standard at all. When the facts change, you change your mind.
Right.
And the facts change.
That's a hard concept for people to get sometimes. It is unprecedented.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Okay, so when the facts change, you change your mind. That's really hard to understand. This is the same guy who's sitting here and saying, okay, we found this new evidence. We're going to reopen the investigation. No, we can't. But when the facts change, you change your mind.
Sitting here defending an assault on American democracy.
How?
I mean, just, somebody probably said nice things about anybody at a given point. This is an unprecedented event that was done at the behest of the House Republicans, that was leaked to the press by the House Republicans, and as we know, the KGB is all over this election.
They're all over
it. This is what we're talking about. We ought to be talking about our democracy being under assault right now.
By the KGB.
What are we going to do about it, and not with somebody...
No, I think, like, the IRA is also behind it. I think the assassins are also behind it. I think the White Lotus Society, Johnny English... what's some other one? Shining Path, the Young Turks, actually the other Young Turks, the Black Hand, and the Revolutionary Insurrection Army of the Ukraine. They're all behind it.
That's a distraction. That's not what's going on. How many op-ed pieces did you read today of people saying this is unprecedented? Republicans saying this is unprecedented. I mean, this is unbelievable.
It is.
8 days before an election, and it's more unbelievable that people like you are defending this.
It's unbelievable that we have a grown-ass man on TV who thinks that the plot of Red Alert 3 is real. I mean, like, what else am I supposed to say? He thinks there's this organization that was defunct 25 fucking years ago is real. He thinks Red Alert 2 is real. It's the FSB now. And you'd be like, well, RG, it's the successor. So no, it's 25 years. Come the fuck on. If this man is so fucking stupid that he's like, okay, we got this conspiracy, and I've done all this research on this conspiracy, and he can't be fucking bothered to look up whether or not the KGB even exists, then fuck him.
Well, James, in no way am I defending it. I'm just trying to ask questions
of
you as a political operative.
No, you're making excuses for Comey by bringing up something somebody said in July.
Wait, MSNBC is defending Trump?
No, I'm not making excuses
you know, we ought to
for
all be
Director Comey.
of the same opinion.
I think Director Comey has been praised on the left and the right for being a pretty neutral guy for his career, correct?
I don't know. You know, I don't know what someone said in July. I do know it was unprecedented to hold a press conference and to talk about his opinion of what she did, as opposed to just saying there's nothing in investigation.
Well, we all know what James Comey did when Alberto Gonzalez was his boss. So, James, I'm confused. Wait, hold on. Only one of us can talk at a time. Hold on. Only one of us can talk at a time, or no one listens. But when under Alberto Gonzalez, he did not take his orders under the Bush administration, kind of went rogue then. So he's been praised on both sides for a long time about trying to impart a neutrality that is away from politics. Would you disagree with that?
Yeah, completely. You're talking about Alberto Gonzalez, and we're talking about the FBI against Justice Department policy, against everything that we all know, getting involved in a presidential election. If you want to defend that, you defend it, but I'm not. I think this is an outrage, and I think the fact that the KGB is involved in this election is an outrage, and I think the American people ought to take their democracy.
I wish that, like, this was actually Red Alert 3, because then we'd have, like hot women everywhere, like, giving you orders, but kind of like having a crush on you in a shy way. We'd have like bears with sonic cannons. We'd have fucking dolphins and like giant squids. We have like Oni robotic suits that blow things up with like eye lasers. I wish this was Red Alert 3.
Back, regardless of what the press wants to do and the excuses they want to make for Comey.
What's the best thing that Hillary Clinton can do other than ask for the FBI to make all of this public so that everybody can judge for themselves?
Make it public. We've called on it time and time again. Why are you talking about something somebody said in July? Why don't you say, Comey's such a great guy, make it public. Come on, tell us what there is. And if there's not something substantial, and I mean really substantial, then this is in effect an attempt to hijack an election. And it's got to be called for what it is.
Do you feel, because of the fact that this is so unprecedented, that it really does cause a ripple that could cost Hillary Clinton this election?
You know, I can't think about the election right now. What I can think about and what I can talk about is how unprecedented this is, and how the House Republicans and the KGB are trying to affect our democracy. And I think that's a very important issue. I think it's probably the most important issue that anybody's faced.
Well, I think that's enough of that. So I just wanted to show you guys that let's make Red Alert 3 real again. Make sure to vote Hillary this election.